At the start of the story, we see a temple where many Buddha statues are placed, and suddenly, a person appears and starts breaking all those statues. This person is holding a doll, shaking violently, as if a soul is trapped inside it. And then, we are shown that this person is actually a small girl, and she says, "Even if you are trapped inside a bathroom, I will find you." Then, the scene shifts to a university in Japan, where a boy has just taken admission, and his name is Kitaro. As soon as he finishes his speech and comes outside, he meets his friend named Eiko, and she clicks a photo with him. But suddenly, we see that because of a curse, the photo also gets ruined. This makes Kitaro very angry and worried, and he says, "It seems like I have cursed you too." But Eiko tells him this is not his fault at all, and that she was the one who asked him to take the photo. Then Kitaro explains that whenever anyone takes a photo with him, the same thing happens. After that, we are told more about Kitaro, that he always wears a glove on one hand, and when he was in high school, a spirit put a curse on him, which is why he keeps that glove on his hand. And we are also told that all spirits are naturally drawn toward Kitaro, and because of this his friend also got cursed, after which he stayed locked inside his room for 2 whole years. Then Eiko and her family motivate him to go outside, and he gets ready to live a normal life again. On the other hand, Eiko finds a job for him, and after explaining everything she leaves, after which Kitaro goes to the place she told him about, which turns out to be a private coaching center, where a man tells Kitaro that he has to tutor a little girl named Yahwi. And hearing this, Kitaro gets extremely scared because he has not talked to anyone for a very long time. Then in the next scene, we again see the same little girl holding a candle and going into a room filled with cursed dolls, while she keeps saying, "Come out, come out." Then the next morning, Kitaro goes to her house to tutor her, but he realizes that this house belongs to his friend Eiko. And as soon as he rings the bell, Eiko comes outside and asks if he needs something, and Kitaro tells her that he has come to tutor a small girl. Hearing this, Eiko becomes very happy, and then she tells him that Yahwi is her cousin. When they go inside, Kitaro gets completely shocked after seeing her and says, "Hey, who is this, and who are you living with?" Yahwi points toward his hand and says that there is a very scary spirit inside his hand. Hearing this, Kitaro gets shocked and realizes that Yahwi can also see spirits just like him. Then Kitaro notices that the doll in her hand also contains a spirit and tells her to let it go. But suddenly, Yahwi starts choking the doll's neck and says, "Please forgive it, it scared you." Seeing all this, Kitaro is already terrified, but then he remembers how Eiko helped him live a normal life again, and he tells Yahwi that he is ready to teach her, and from today onward, he will be her tutor. Then in the next scene, they make him sit in a car and take him somewhere and tell him that now that you are here, you can easily drive the ghost away. But Kitaro angrily says, "Hey, I don't know how to exorcise ghosts. I am not some tantric or baba." After that, they reach in front of a telephone booth, and Eiko explains that this telephone booth is completely cursed, and many people once killed a girl here who used to take expensive gifts from her lovers, and those same lovers killed her here. And since then, this telephone booth has been cursed. Eiko says that whoever tries to go inside or talk on this phone gets killed by that girl. Hearing all this, Kitaro gets extremely scared, but suddenly he sees Yahwi going inside the telephone booth, and he pulls her out and asks if she is okay, saying that he cannot see any ghost here. But even then, Kitaro can still sense the ghost as if it is right nearby. Then he goes inside and tries to make a call, and from inside he starts hearing very strange voices saying, "Hurry up, hurry up!" And suddenly, the entire telephone booth starts filling with blood. Yahwi pulls Kitaro outside and puts her doll inside the telephone booth, and the ghost brutally tears the doll apart. And when Kitaro and Eiko see this, their fear completely explodes, and they run away from there. Then in the next scene, all of them return home, where Kitaro is teaching Yahwi and asks her if she can really see spirits, and she replies that she can see them and also catch them. Then Eiko explains to Kitaro that a few years ago Yahwi's parents died, and since then she has been living with her, and she likes going to haunted places so that she can try to find the spirits of her mom and dad again. After that, we are shown Yahwi's past, where she is happily spending time with her mom and dad, laughing and enjoying, but suddenly everyone meets with an accident, but Yai survives it, and after that her IQ becomes much sharper than before, because of which she is able to see not only humans but also ghosts, and she sees that an evil spirit takes her mother's soul away with it, and since then she can still see her father's soul, but she never sees her mother's soul again. And Eiko is telling Kitaro all of this, explaining that this is the reason why Yai keeps going to haunted places again and again so that she can find her mother once more. Then the scene changes from here, and all of them once again reach the same telephone booth. But Kitaro is still extremely scared, and just by looking at him it feels like he has both peed and messed his pants in fear. Kitaro is holding a small statue in his hand that is supposed to protect him from the evil spirit, but suddenly we see that his gloved hand drags him inside the phone booth, and he gets so scared that it feels like he's about to die. Then the spirit starts choking Kitaro's neck, because of which the Buddha statue slips from his hand and falls down, and he thinks, "Why is this statue not working? Looks like I am done for." But Yai sees that the Buddha statue is actually working. It is just that this spirit is extremely dangerous. Then in the next scene, Yai pulls out 2 weapons from behind her waist and jumps into the air, saying to the spirit that if you want to choose violence, moments, then take this. And she uses the Buddha statue to launch a powerful attack on the booth, completely destroying it. And now a loud screaming voice starts coming from the phone, after which she cuts the phone wires as well. And then she comes to Kitaro and tells him that there is no need to panic, no matter how strong it is. She is with him and she will always help him. As all of them are heading back home, Kitaro once again senses the same spirit because the phone is still with Yai. After reaching home, Kitaro becomes very disturbed and cannot understand what just happened to him. And then Eiko tells him that when he was talking on the phone, he had a very evil smile on his face. And Kitaro wonders if he really did that, thinking that the more he tries to run away from these things, the more he gets trapped in them. And then he asks Yai if they will have to go there again. But she replies that they do not need to go back because nothing is left there anymore. Then we see inside Yai's room that the same telephone booth spirit is being tortured and bullied by other spirits. While on the other side, Yai asks Kitaro if he knows about Kodoku. And hearing this, he gets shocked and asks Kodoku or Kukuduku. Then Yai explains that it means putting many poisonous insects together inside a jar so that they torture and kill each other, and whoever survives goes on to torture others. Kitaro is already terrified, so he tells Yai that if she ever needs anything, she can tell him. Then in the next scene, Kitaro walks while thinking that he barely managed to get a normal life, but he has once again gotten stuck in all this mess. And as soon as he reaches Eiko's house, Yai opens the door, and seeing the doll in her hand, he gets extremely scared. While they are sitting and talking, Yai tells him that they need to go to another haunted place, but Kitaro clearly refuses and makes an excuse, saying that a spirit once cursed him, and for its treatment he has to go places again and again, so he cannot go with them. But in the very next moment, all of them are sitting inside a car, making it clear that they have convinced Kitaro to come along. Though his condition is really bad because he is trapped again, Kitaro does not understand why Eiko keeps supporting Yai so much. Yai asks him if he really has to go again and again for his treatment, and he replies that yes, he does. Then Eiko tells him that the temple they are going to today has a priest who is actually Kitaro's grandmother. After that, all of them reach the temple while joking and enjoying on the way. But as soon as Kitaro's grandmother sees Yai, she gets extremely angry at her and shouts, "Why did you bring her here? This girl is very dangerous. Take her away from here." And she also says that this is the same girl who broke 5 Buddha statues, to which Yai replies, "Not 5, 7, making her even angrier. But Kitaro tries to calm her down, and she snaps at him asking why he is stopping her. After Kitaro convinces her, her anger cools down and she lets Yai go with a warning, then tells Kitaro to come with her because it is time to exorcise the curse. Then his grandmother and another person start performing the curse exorcism on his hand, and his grandmother tells him that if he eats well and exercises daily, evil spirits will not overpower him. Kitaro thinks that if his grandmother was not with him, he would never have been able to live a normal life. Yai tries to peek into the room, but Eiko stops her and shows her a photo of Kitaro's hand, which has many tiny white veins all over it that look very strange. Then his grandmother uses a divine sword to cut all those veins, and once the curse exorcism is complete, Kitaro and his grandmother come outside, both completely exhausted, and then Eiko and Yai also arrive there. Yai asks if she can keep those veins, and his grandmother casually agrees and says that anyway Yai likes spooky things. And then she tells them that there is a very dangerous doll in the basement of this temple and that no one is allowed to go there at all. It is said that no one is allowed to go there. Then we are shown Kitaro walking on the road when he finds a doll, and he feels that this doll might have been accidentally left behind by his grandmother. So he takes it and starts going toward the temple basement, a place where entry is forbidden for everyone. And Kitaro's grandmother explains that whoever goes into the basement, all the dolls kept there try to take over that person's body. On the way, Kitaro finds a doll wearing red clothes and carries it toward the basement, while on the other side, his grandmother explains that these dolls are extremely dangerous, and among them, there is one especially dangerous Japanese doll wearing red clothes. Then we are shown the scene inside the temple basement where Kitaro is sitting with that same doll, and many other dolls are around him, their red eyes glowing, which means Kitaro has already fallen under their control. And suddenly, all the hair of that doll starts entering Kitaro's mouth and he regains consciousness. He tries to pull it out but fails, and Kitaro is about to faint when Yai suddenly arrives and uses her divine sword to cut the doll's hair and scolds it, asking who gave you permission to possess humans. Then she beheads it and warns all the dolls that if any of them tries to possess a human again, she will cut their head off. Do you understand? Hearing this, all the dolls return to normal. Then Kitaro's grandmother and Eiko also arrive there, and Kitaro thinks that Yai saved his life without caring about her own. Now all of them get ready to leave, and Kitaro tells his grandmother that now he can say this clearly, that Yai is a good girl and she is his first student. So he wants to take care of her, but his grandmother warns him that the Buddha statues she broke might trouble him on the way, so he should take a gift for them and pray so that he stays safe. While leaving, Kitaro buys Yai a small gift that contains many Buddha statues, and in return she says that she will take him to her room and show him her doll collection. In the next scene, she brings him to her room, and as soon as Kitaro enters, he gets completely shocked and says, "Is this what I think it is? Yes, it is." Then Yai explains that she has trapped many powerful evil spirits inside her room. Then she brings that doll forward and connects its head using Kitaro's cut cut veins. And seeing all this, Kitaro's fear multiplies several times. The moment Yae touches the doll, blood starts flowing from its eyes, and Kitaro thinks that he believed he would take care of her, but the closer he gets to her, the farther he moves from his normal life and feels that he is completely trapped. Just then, Eiko suddenly places her hand on Kitaro's shoulder from behind, and his fear spikes even more. But Eiko explains everything to him, saying that ever since Yae came here, nothing bad has happened, so he can calm down. It seems she cannot see spirits and is just saying nonsense. And just then, Yae comes out of the room and says she will not let anything happen to anyone, including Kitaro, but for that she needs his nails, which shocks him. In the next scene, Kitaro goes again to tutor her even though he does not want to, but he remembers how much Eiko helped him, so he goes. And when Eiko opens the door, Kitaro sees that she is completely fine and unharmed. Eiko tells him that since Yae came, there has been no trouble at all. When suddenly Yae appears and starts cutting Kitaro's nails, and he shouts asking what she is doing. He tries to teach her, but Yae keeps chasing his nails, and Kitaro clearly refuses, saying he will not give her his nails. Then Eiko suggests going to another haunted place, but as usual, Kitaro refuses. And when Eiko insists, he gets angry, after which both of them sit in the car, and Yae asks him if he will come with them. But Kitaro angrily refuses again. Yae says she thought he liked spooky things, and even his curse, but Kitaro shouts that he hates it, and if he could, he would throw it away. Hearing this, Yae gets disappointed and tells Eiko to start the car, and both of them leave while talking about Kitaro. On the way, Yae says that Kitaro's curse can be removed, which makes Eiko happy, and they go to buy some supplies. Kitaro also walks into a mall to buy something that might help Yae study. On the way, Yae tells Eiko that they are going to a divine city where there is a temple where children who were killed before being born are buried, and that place has many Buddha statues showing mothers and children. Yae explains that there is a goddess spirit there that has turned evil. As they travel, they see many ghosts on the road. Then, they reach the temple and Yae gets ready to enter, telling Eiko that if she does not return within 1 hour, she should bring help. Standing in front of the temple, Yae thinks that she saw many spirits on the way, but here she can sense only one, which means the rest are hiding inside. As she enters the temple, she sees many Buddha statues, but the place is deserted and full of spirits. Then we are told that many children's spirits exist there who have not attained salvation and have merged into one powerful evil spirit, including many small spirits. Yae notices the goddess spirit surrounded by children's souls and says that Kitaro, to fix you today, I will hunt this goddess. But the spirit attacks her and a Buddha statue crashes behind her. The children's spirits drop the statue on Yae, while on the other side, Eiko waits anxiously. Yae manages to escape into the forest while dodging the spirits, even though she is already injured. Then she takes out paper dolls and ties her hair to them, and it is explained that when she does this, the paper dolls become her duplicates and follow her commands. Suddenly, a child spirit appears and Yae says, "You came at the perfect time. I was waiting for you." After more than an hour, Eiko goes to Kitaro for help, but he refuses at first, until Eiko tells him that Yae is doing all this for him, after which Kitaro agrees. Meanwhile, Yae keeps running from the goddess spirit, but falls down, and just as the spirit is about to attack her, Yae places a paper doll in front, making the spirit think it is a child, so it retreats, and Yae uses this chance to escape and trick all the spirits with her paper dolls and returns home. Kitaro also comes to the temple to save her, terrified but determined, calling out to her, and when Yae sees him, she is shocked to see many spirits behind him, so she quickly breaks a finger off a statue, jumps into Kitaro's arms, and Kitaro immediately runs away carrying her. But while escaping, Eiko's car gets a small scratch, and since Kitaro is a good person, he ends up paying the cost. In the evening, Kitaro carries Yae on his back and thanks her for everything she did for him. Yae remembers her parents and starts crying, then says that if anyone ever harms her friends, she will not forgive them, and tells Kitaro that he is a very good friend and she will tell him everything at home. In the next scene, they return home, where Kitaro takes Yae to her room and she explains that if a human's personal item is put inside a doll, all misfortune meant for that human transfers to the doll. As she opens her room, Kitaro sees many dolls badly damaged, and Yae explains that all attacks meant for her fall on these dolls, and every doll contains a part of her like hair or nails, and she says that this is how she has protected everyone. Hearing this, Kitaro is completely shocked, realizing that this little girl truly thinks far ahead. She tells all the dolls kept there that whatever happened today was all caused by this finger, and it does not contain any part of her, so they can do whatever they want with it. And all the dolls kept there get extremely angry because they have suffered a lot of damage. All these spirits start attacking the spirit inside the finger, brutally torturing it, and it keeps begging Yae to please save it. Kitaro watches all this in shock and finally understands how Yae controls spirits. Kitaro asks her why she is doing all this and why she needs so many spirits. Yae explains that the spirit that captured her mother's soul is extremely strong, and to fight it, she needs many powerful spirits. Yae says that if her leg was not injured, she would have brought the entire statue itself, which could have removed Kitaro's curse much faster. Kitaro says that if his curse can be removed this way, then the girl who was cursed because of him can also be freed, and that girl is none other than Eiko. Then we are shown a past scene where Eiko removed her glove and showed her hand to Yae, and Yae was shocked to see that Eiko had the exact same curse on her hand as Kitaro. Then in the present, Yae explains to Kitaro that if they destroy the very spirit that cursed both of them, the curse will disappear. Hearing this, Kitaro is a little stunned. Then he starts thinking about Eiko and realizes that he can free her this way, after which he tells Yae that he needs some time to think. Yae tries hard to convince him that by doing this he can return both of their lives to normal, and Kitaro again starts thinking about how Eiko helped him live a normal life, and also wonders whether he should step back into the very things he always tried to run away from. Then we see a morning scene where Eiko is getting ready to go to college but cannot decide what to wear. So if you enjoy this anime and want next episodes, so don't forget to like and subscribe and leave the comment for next part.